I will not take much time. The remaining 10 minutes that was left at that particular time, we are going to discuss on that particular thing, right? So the scenario is we have started the topic and we are talking on the bash and this type of thing, right? Now the scenario is the next thing that we are going to talk, that is the process. We have talked on that particular topic several times, that what is the process and what what is the purpose of that particular process. So again, scenario on that particular thing, that is process, that particular part. What is a process? If I talk about what is a process, it is kind of a program or task carried by our system. It is kind of a program. It is kind of a program or task that is carried out by our system. So it will be carried out by our system. As an example, we have seen in the morning that ls minus lr. Suppose we are trying to write something, that is ls command with minus lr. So ls minus lr, if I write this particular command, dollar ls minus r. So this particular command, if I write about, the ls term is used or to request a last files in the directory. Ls command is a request to list the files in a directory and also the subdirectory in our current directory. So where we are actually working in that particular directory, what is our subdirectories and folders are present, that will be displayed by this ls. So it is a process. So this ls is working as a process to find out, to provide us some output, to give us some result. So this is ls, or this is called a process. So in a formal definition, if we talk, what is a process? A process is a program to perform some specific job. A process is a program to perform some specific job. We can say a process is a program to perform some specific job, right? So this particular part, a process that is doing. So when in Linux, whenever we start a particular system, whenever we start a Linux system, actually process gets started initially, right? So in the backend, the process gets started and the work of the process gets started. And every process, as we have said already, that every process have a unique process ID or process number. Every process have a unique process ID or a process number. So start this PID can get start from either to 0, then up to any number of infinity, either to 0 or up to any number for positive value, right? So this process, why we need this particular process, or what is the role of that particular process? So we know that the Linux have a facility of multi-user and multitasking, right? So Linux has the facility of multitasking, right? So these features for of Linux of multitasking and also at the same time multi-user, so means that we can run more than two processes simultaneously if we want to. So what is actually giving us benefit? As a benefit, we can run more than one process at a time if we want to, right? So this is a benefit of Linux we can talk about. And to find how many files we have in our system, we may give different type of commands. What type of commands? As an example, we can say that ls minus r wc minus l. So we can say that this is a particular command, ls minus r piping function wc minus l. So this, again, the term or the scenario is that two commands are in a simultaneous way working. The output of the first command will be transferred to the out to the second command, that is wc minus l. So ls minus r, whatever the output from that particular command, will be go to the piping by some piping scenario to the next command, that is wc -ls. So this command will take a time to search all the files in our system. The first one, ls-r, will take a particular time to search all the files in our system. Now we can run such commands in the background and simultaneously give another commands, right? So this ls-r will take some time. At the time, by the time what it is taking to get the output, we can run any other command also. So each command means a particular process. A process is working, a process is going on, right? So this is the scenario. And process and PID, what is the process ID, we can say that at any instance of running command, we can say this is a process, and each of this process has a number that is called a process ID, by which we can identify that what is the process and what process or what job is going on. So process is a number. Whenever a process is getting started, by default it will have a number, and this number is known as the process ID. And this PID, by this PID we can actually know that what specific job is running, what type of job is going on, right? Now this command, the Linux command, there are some processes. To see the current running process, we know the different type of command that is present. To see the current running process, that is known as PS. To see the current running process, that is PS. To stop any process, whatever the process, if it is going, we want to stop that particular process, we need to write kill PID. The PID, in that case, the process ID need to be maintained. We need to know the process ID, right? So process ID in that scenario we need to know, right? Next, the particular things, we can say the stop process by the name. So in that case, again, the kill command will with the name of the particular process. To get information about any running processes or whatever the processes is running, to get that information, we can write ps-ag. So these are the different commands by which we can actually have our information. To stop all process except our shell. To stop all process except our shell, again the kill command with the ID of 0, right? So for background processing, there are different commands. There are several types of commands. These commands will help us to get the value or get the information about the processes, to get some knowledge about that particular processes, right? So to run this command, we need a root or an equivalent user, that is known as root user or an admin user. When the system, when any Linux system gets started, it just started as a root user. So initially the total thing gets started from a root system. The root user will look all the things, and then by time each of the users process gets started. But firstly, it will all start from the root or administrative user. So to run each of this command, we need an root or administrative user. So this this process, or this is the thing that the Linux helping us for the multitasking, for multiprocessing, or these processes are actually helping us to provide a good environment to run a different kind of task at the same time. So this is the part, or this is the scenario. Now in this particular process or in the Linux, just like any other programming language, we have several type of looping scenario or logical scenario. The same things is present also here, the logical and this particular scenario. We can also get it here, but we will not talk on that today. The remaining, as I said, that the time that was not covered in the morning classes, I am not going to take much time. So this part was left at the continuation. So we are continuing the discussion in the morning, and then that, but for some reason I didn't complete it. So now the scenario, it is completed, and for that we are going to continue the discussions from a new topic in the next classes, right? So up to this particular part from the process or the particular name of the process, why the processes are required, we have discussed, we have talked on it, right? Okay, so thank you all for joining into the session. Those who have joined, no need to write any type of attendance, nothing. I have marked all the things. So thank you all and take care. Stay safe. We will meet again tomorrow.